The time has come.
You know it!
20 men and women from across Australia are about to compete in the most outrageous obstacle course this country's ever seen.
This isn't what I planned.
Those tough enough will endure breathtaking spills, spectacular tumbles, and incredible falls. Only the fastest and strongest four will survive and take a shot at $20,000. But to claim the cash and achieve ultimate glory, they'll have to overcome the biggest obstacle of their lives, the Wipeout Zone, the final step to $20,000. The epic competition begins right now. This is Wipeout Australia.
Oh, bring it on!
Hello everyone and welcome to the very first edition of Wipeout Australia. I'm James Brayshaw. Joining me every week here in the commentary position will be Josh Lawson.
Thanks, James. Today, 20 ordinary Aussie men and women will attempt to overcome the biggest, toughest and most ridiculous obstacle course ever assembled.
And at the end of the day, the last man or woman standing heads home with $20,000.
But before anyone can walk away with the 20 grand, they'll have to overcome our very first Wipeout qualifier.
For starters, we have the very tricky tumble tubes, the sucker punch, then the big balls, and finally the cookie cutter swing. Our fastest 12 move on to the next round.
And one step closer to the final challenge, the Wipeout Zone, and that $20,000 pay packet.
All right, we're just about set to go now.
Have you got the time there, James?
It's a counter-nator time! Whoop, whoop!
Time to welcome the third member of the Wipeout team, Kelly Landry, with our very first competitor.
Okay, thanks, guys. I'm here with Nathan Petrie. Nathan, you look super psyched up and ready to go.
Hi, Kelly. I'm actually the counter-nator. Nathan is who I left at home.
Here's 24-year-old accountant Nathan Petrie.
Oh, no, sorry, James. He left that name at home. I think you mean the accountinator.
First up, it's the tumble tubes. All he has to do is get across the 3 tubes without falling in the water. Accountinator, looking pretty good early on.
And on Wipeout, that's what we call the credit crunch.
Now we come to the sucker punch. Our contestants will try and cross this 20-centimetre ledge and avoid being punched into the mud pit. Now, here comes the accountinator.
Just in time to leverage his assets.
It's a bit harsh, isn't it, Josh?
Well, no one asked him to be the accountinator, James.
True. And here come the big balls.
OK, now enlighten me. How does this work, James?
Not much to this one. He just has to traverse these 4 big balls and jump onto the platform yonder.
Surely the accountinator has a mathematical equation to get through this obstacle. Or maybe not.
All right, so where did the accountinator go wrong, Josh?
Pretty simple, James. He invests everything in the first ball, but as the market heads south, he says hasta la vista before evading the taxing second ball and liquidating his assets in the refreshing share pool below.
You mean he wiped out?
Yeah.
And our final obstacle is the cookie cutter swing. Straightforward, Josh. He just has to grab that rope, swing across the water, and through the cookie cutter man. Can Nathan do it?
Who?
Nathan.
No, he left Nathan at home, remember?
Oh, sorry, I forgot. The accountinator. And Nathan, the accountinator nails it, registering a great opening time of 2 minutes, 25 seconds.
Trust me, James.
Woo!
He'll be back.
Well done, accountinator. Woo! Woo!
Look out! Look out!
Run for the hills. It's the Incredible Hulk.
On the contrary, Josh, it's the oldest competitor on the course today, Jack Anslow.
Let's not get this guy mad.
You're a pretty fit guy. Is that why you're wearing a Speedo?
I live in my Speedos. Love them. Mow the lawn in the Speedos. I've even dug trenches in Speedos.
All the way from Cronulla, the Hulk Jack Anslow headed for the sucker punch wall.
Just a thin layer of red lycra between the Hulk and a permanent family planning decision.
And as expected, the wall goes low and hits hard. What sort of cruel game is the sucker punch wall playing today?
Well, I think it's called Jack in the Box.
While Jack gets back on track for another crack, let's get up to the top of the course.
Cougar's gonna tear it up!
From Narrenburn in New South Wales, here's 35-year-old Jeff Cougar Coombs. Why Cougar? Because of his amazing pouncing ability.
Big balls are gone.
The Cougar today promising to pounce across the big balls.
Your mind balls.
Okay, a little more bounce than pounce there.
As you can see, James, the Cougar has the claws out, but he's broken the first rule of pouncing by going in with his back legs first. Although he manages to get a brisk set of crunches in before he hits the water.
How's the rest of the field going on the big balls today, Josh?
Well, in a word, abysmally. Okay, who's this wasting precious energy at the top of the course?
That's personal trainer Lindsay Green.
Never say die! Wow!
She caught up with Kelly earlier.
Lindsay, you're looking fantastically fit. Have you always been that fit?
No, actually, I was the fat kid at school, so just a quick message to all you losers who used to pay me out. Check this.
At a compact 5'3", bully beater Lindsay Green should fit easily through the cookie cutter.
Okay, there's another theory down the drain. Just like those nasty kids at school, the cookie cutter hits Lindsay hard and then leaves her to hang out by herself.
Meanwhile, it's back to Kelly, who's with a big-time Adam Sandler fan.
Thanks, guys. I'm down here with John Wright. What's your favourite movie?
Waterboy, I would like to ask you a couple of questions. Is the water cool?
Yes, it is. It's very cool.
Is the water clean?
Yes.
That is good. That has the makings of some high-quality H2O.
Fans of the Adam Sandler film The Waterboy will have loved those impersonations.
You can do it!
And to the rest of you, we send out a heartfelt apology.
Here comes the Waterboy, a.k.a. 37-year-old teacher John Wright, up to the tumble tubes. And what was his strategy there?
As you can see, the Waterboy takes on the first and second tumble tubes with ease before noticing how clean and cool the water looks and decides he's going to have to bail out and sample some of that high-quality H2O for himself.
Let's meet our next contestant standing by with Kelly.
Paula, you're doing it for the bus drivers today.
Yes, I am. I'm representing all the female bus drivers, and I'm going to do everybody proud and win for the girls!
So do you have any lucky charms to carry you through today?
Yeah, I actually got this here, which is my son's first tooth. It'll bring me way good luck.
Ah, isn't that sweet?
You wouldn't be saying that if you'd seen her pulling her kid's teeth out just before the event.
28-year-old bus driver Paula Liccardi from Mount Pritchard, New South Wales, up to the big balls.
I'm going to leapfrog.
Okay, let's see where that strategy takes her.
Wow, she hits the first stop with ease. Nails the second.
And I guess she'll be needing those spare teeth right about now. Wow, looks like we have a samurai on the course.
That's 23-year-old Andrew Lease bringing the warrior spirit to the qualifier. And it looks like it's working. He bolts straight over the tumble tubes. Now approaches the sucker punch. The samurai, ducking, weaving,
Slipping, falling. Wow, he really is a samurai.
Yeah, you just keep telling yourself that, Josh.
And here comes Andrew-san up to the big balls. Ichi, ni, san, sayonara!
Samurai Andrew Lease at the cookie cutter swing. The reverse scissor kicks his way to a brilliant time of 1 minute 19 seconds. Let's find out what that exceptional run took out of our samurai.
Andrew, you talk the talk and now you've proved that you can walk the walk.
You honor me with your praises, Kelly. Now I will climb to the heights of victory, closer to the sun and infinite riches.
Ready, please, Mr. Music. Bring it on! Come on! I'm a lean, mean wipeout machine! This is living! Carpe diem, baby! You! I'm available to all. Come and wipe me out, people!
Excuse me?
Let's go down to Kelly Landry with our next contestant.
Okay, thanks, guys. I'm here with Debbie Rubin.
Listen to me, people. I am 38 years old. I need to be married by the end of the year. So take a number, get in line. You're going to want a piece of this. You're going to want a piece of this.
I don't understand why you're not married.
Well, you know, I'm very choosy.
Yeah, that's it.
Here she comes down the wipeout aisle, 38-year-old IT consultant Debbie Rubin. Look at that for a wedding outfit. Is there any colour not represented there?
Well, I haven't been able to pick out any white as yet.
Up to the tumble tubes.
Why are they moving?
It seems you can't hurry love, James.
Why are they moving? Why are they moving?
Don't worry, Debbie, you'll be head over heels in no time.
It's all good.
Oh, Debbie, it's so much better than just good. Guys, Debbie loves the feeling of soft leather against her body.
Well, she's going to love the sucker punch wall.
Well, it appears Debbie's not so choosy about who hits on her after all.
Debbie taking the plunge as she's swept off her feet by the sucker punch wall.
This isn't what I planned. This isn't how it was supposed to turn out.
Deb, that's a mating call that should be left for only one room in the house.
And we're obviously not talking about the bedroom.
As Debbie extracts her cold feet from our muddy ravine, we'll take a short break.
But we'll return soon with plenty more sweet love and wipeouts.
Welcome back to the season premiere of Wipeout Australia.
Where our cruel but fair qualifier has been pruning our field down to size. And Kelly's with someone right now who really could be taken down a peg or two.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Adam Marshall. Adam, you're looking very nice today.
Yeah. I'm trying to look good on the set and off, I suppose. Yeah. And you're the type of person that I would like to do the course with, I suppose. Yeah.
Wow, that guy thinks he's God's gift to women.
But I don't think he could ever cheat on his one true love.
23-year-old advertising man Adam Marshall, propelled by a rush of self-esteem, launches himself at the tumble tube.
Once. Twice. 3 times a ladies' man.
He makes it!
Now, God's gift to be used to fighting the ladies off. So let's see how he copes with the sucker punch wall.
Super styling.
Wow! Even the sucker punch has a crush on this guy. What? He's talking loco. And I like it.
God's gift up to the big balls. Over 1. Over 2. Now a 3rd. He's getting over the big balls quicker than a one-night stand with his mate's fiancée. And there you have it.
Oh, he's done it.
Our first contestant to take on the big balls successfully.
Bring it on!
Here's hoping the cookie cutter doesn't cut his lunch. And he nails the landing. An incredible time, 1:14 from God's gift, Adam Marshall. The fastest time of the day so far.
I think I'm in love, James.
I'm bringing sexy back! Yoo!
At the top of the ramp, it's 24-year-old photographer Cassie Kennedy, hoping to bring sexy back to the Wipeout course today.
Okay, that's a not-so-happy snap.
Say cheese.
Mud great for the complexion, but not great for Cassie's time today.
Whoa, wait a minute. Can we go back a second? Cassie bringing sexy front, back and centre at the Wipeout qualifier this afternoon.
Yeah, baby.
Work it, baby, work it.
Yoo!
All right, that's enough. Now, speaking of sexy, who's this strapping young fella?
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Jared Ponyboy Greenfield. How do you get a name like that?
Yeah, I ride horses in this city, but I also sing and dance, so that makes me the all-singing, all-dancing urban cowboy.
Sing us your song, baby.
Life is nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Jared Greenfield is a 38-year-old track work rider from Ormond, Victoria.
Okay, what's with the bike pants? Look out, Tonto, here comes the Pony Boy. Is that a tribe of stampeding red Indians I hear on the horizon?
Negative, Kumosabi. That's the sound of 1,000 red gloves we call the sucker punch wall.
He's actually attempting to stare down the sucker punch.
No one's tried that tactic so far today.
And that's one. Let's take another look. Ponyboy comes face to face in a shootout with the sucker punch. Jared makes his move, but the sucker punch fires first and leaves our urban cowboy shot down in a blaze of mud.
Jared, not the first or last to suffer at the many hands of the sucker punch wall today.
Oh. Ouch. Nope, just gave up.
Let's go down to Kelly Landry with our next contender.
Okay, thanks, guys. I'm here with Erin Vallely. Have you done any training for today?
Yeah, bit of this, bit of this.
Anything you want to say to your competition today?
Yeah, you might have your triceps, biceps and six-packs, but I'm bringing the whole keg.
Are we going to say anything about that shirt?
No. The whole keg on the course now. 23-year-old Erin Valelli now headed for the tumble tubes and her big chance at 20,000.
OK, Erin, can we ask you to walk in a straight line, please? Bottoms up.
Drink straight. Drink straight.
It's time to get drunk, all right, Erin. Punch drunk. Now remember, Erin, if you drink and dive, you're a muddy idiot.
Oh, man. The whole keg, Erin Valelli, taking a big hit into the mud and struggling to drag herself out.
Oh, no, this isn't good, James. Only 2 drinks and her skirt's already on the floor. Stand aside, intoxicated maiden. A real-life human cannonball approacheth.
Here's Kelly again.
Hey, thanks, guys. I'm standing here with Angus Tandy, the human cannonball. Now, I have to ask you about your outfit here.
Yeah, something from uni. 6 years at uni with a 3-year degree, so you can never be too careful on that dance floor.
I'm guessing there might have been a few injuries along the way.
Yeah, there has been the odd injury, just the odd hammy's gone.
Oh, so that's where the hamstring is. I'm sorry, I've been calling it something else for years.
24-year-old human cannonball Angus Tandy taking on the sucker punch wall.
But lands hard on his hamstring.
Holy moly. Meanwhile, we have a real contender at the cookie cutter. It's 23-year-old Navy girl Jenny Cartledge. Jenny boasts years of obstacle course experience, so this should be easy.
Oh no, that's all an expert can manage. What chance do these poor souls have? Not quite. She didn't even try. Bye.
I'm bringing the thunder and the lightning to Wipeout.
From the central coast of New South Wales, here's our final contestant of the day, policeman Daniel Rose.
Cop Daniel Rose walking the thin blue line we call the tumble tubes.
The big man successfully over the tubes and heading towards the sucker punch wall.
Oh, cop that, big fella.
Up to the big balls now.
That's right, 1 huge cop, 4 big balls.
Serious wipeout.
Now, Daniel tries to apprehend the first ball, but loses his footing before investigating the seedy underbelly of ball number 2 and diving for evidence as he hits the water.
Daniel Rose playing a dangerous game of good cop, sore cop as he heads towards the cookie cutter.
Here we go.
And look at him take down that faceless villain.
Boys, that's how it's done.
And with a time of 1 minute 40, Daniel Rose, you have the right to remain silent and move on to our next round. Also through, Hulk Jack Anslow, God's Gift Adam Marshall, Sexy Back Cassie Kennedy, the Accountinator Nathan Petrie, and Navy girl Jenny Cartledge.
Soon they'll be swept off their feet by a big red wipeout machine. After the break, see our field cut from 12 to 6 on the season premiere of Wipeout Australia.
Come on, come on!
Welcome back to the premiere of Wipeout Australia. James Brayshaw here with the one and only Josh Lawson. We've just narrowed our field of 20 down to 12 in the qualifying round.
Let's go to the leaderboard and see who's left.
Still in the running, the Samurai Andrew Leese, Bully Beater Lindsay Green, the Waterboy John Wright, Pony Boy Jared Greenfield, and Jeff Cougar Coombs. Now it's time to turn these 12 into 6.
That's right, James. We're going to cut the field in half, and we have a truly twisted way to do it. Say hello to my little friend, the sweeper.
It's a giant rotating arm designed to cut our field down to size. Josh, our remaining 12 will be placed atop 3-metre poles. They will then have to attempt to jump the sweeper as it becomes progressively higher and faster until only 6 remain. The last one standing gets a $1,000 bonus.
But that's not the only extra we have, James.
Oh boy.
Just to add to the mayhem, we've given each contestant 2 dodgeballs, which they can use to knock their opponents off their pedestals.
OK then, we're just about set to go. The Accountinator, ready to rumble.
So too, sexy back Cassie Kennedy, who's dancing like she's on a podium. Well, I guess she kind of is.
OK, it's time to start the sweeper. Everyone has to wait 1 complete revolution before they can do their worst with the dodgeballs.
And picking up pace.
the Pony Boy just makes his first clearance. The Hulk, also a little shaky.
Hey, Grandpa, you suck! I'll give you a Grandpa.
Look out, we've already lost Bully Beater Lindsay, the Accountinator, and Sexy Back Cassie.
Now, as in high school, the bully beater Lindsay, singled out by the sweeper, she kisses the pole farewell before discovering 10 short nails are no match for the force of gravity. The one-leg technique turned out to be false economy for the Accountinator as he succumbs to market forces. And Cassie cops a ball to the sexy back, but pulls out a neat little soccer trick on a departure from Sweepersville.
The first turn is done, and that means it's time to duck some dodgeballs.
OK, for the dodgeballs to be effective, you actually have to hit something other than fresh air. That's better, champ. Now you're getting it.
A lot of shots taken, but they all managed to stay high and dry. Now it's up to the sweeper to decide our final 6.
The sweeper now higher and faster than that footballer who used to play for...
Never mind. Who'd have thought the grandfather in the lolly bags would last this long?
Can we make him go green again? All right, now I'm confused. I thought he looked like the Hulk, but now I'm thinking Shrek. That's more like it, donkey.
Dave Pal taught me that, AJ Pal.
Oh no, God's gift working some gobbledygook in there again.
Well, it made perfect sense to me, James. Maybe you're just not listening carefully enough.
Dave Pal taught me that, AJ Pal.
All right, what does that mean?
I have no idea.
Down, Cannonball!
Go on, Cannonball.
Down!
Now the Cannonball Angus Tandy goes down.
The sweeper decides the Cannonball's fancy dress party's over and sends him to sleep it off before crashing to the ocean floor.
So the field whittled down from 9 to 8, just 2 more to lose before we establish our final 6 to move on to the next round. Oh no, Navy girl Jenny Cartledge is down. And cop Daniel Rose also tumbles out of the competition.
Jenny's torpedoed off her lookout and is destined for a dishonourable discharge. Then the long arm of the sweeper put the hurt on cop Daniel Rose.
We have our final 6 to move through to the next round. They now compete for the $1,000 bonus.
Come on, come on!
Oh! Look out! Samurai Lise is gone!
The worthy samurai commits a 180-degree Junshi and sacrifices his noble spirit to the water god below.
Still got it.
And let's just hope it's not infectious.
Those slick speedos holding onto the rubber and saving the Hulk from an early exit. The sweeper takes out God's gift!
And the cougar! I gotta see that again. God's gift, Adam Marshall decides to stop playing hard to get with the sweeper and lays a loving embrace on the big red machine. Not even a cougar's pounce is enough to clear God's gift's massive head as both men hit the soup simultaneously.
That's unbelievable. Just 3 men left now. Make that 2 as the Hulk bails out. Now the big men are gone. It's a duel between the Pony Boy Jared Greenfield and Water Boy John Wright. 1K of cash going to the man who can hold on the longest. The Water Boy falls to his knees. Could this be the Pony Boy's moment?
No, it's the Pony Boy thrown out of the saddle with a Pony Girl scream.
And Waterboy John Wright claims sweeper bragging rights and a $1,000 cash bonus to boot. Also heading into the next round, the Hulk Jack Anslow, Jeff Cougar Coombs, Samurai Andrew Lease, Ponyboy Jared Greenfield, and God's gift Adam Marshall.
They all want the $20,000, but next they face off on the wildest ride of their lives. It's time to meet the Dizzy Dummy when Wipeout Australia returns. Welcome back to Wipeout Australia, our very first episode providing a cavalcade of action so far.
The sweeper just swept aside 6 contenders, which leaves 6 with a chance at $20,000. Still in the hunt, Samurai Andrew Lease, Ponyboy Jared Greenfield, the Hulk Jack Anslow.
Don't forget Waterboy John Wright, Jeff Cougar Coombs, and God's gift to us all, Adam Marshall. James, I feel complete just saying his name. Adam Marshall. Man, that feels good.
Before we head into our final round, the Wipeout Zone, we need to shed 2 more players.
And allow me to introduce the stomach-churningly beautiful device that will achieve our objective. I give to you the Dizzy Dummy. It's the ultimate test of strength, stamina, and stomach.
First, we strap our 6 contestants in and spin them around until they totally lose their sense of balance. Then they must cross the slippery snakes, which we sabotage with a whole lot of grease. The first one across slides right into the wipeout zone.
Then the rest have to spin again and then take on the barrel run. We go back and forth between the outrageous obstacles until we have 4 contenders for the wipeout zone, or we all die laughing, whichever comes first.
All right, let's get down to the course. Here we go, our diabolical merry-go-round, set to separate the men from the boys, or maybe just the men from their lunch. The slippery snakes, ready to go as we decide who'll qualify first for the wipeout zone.
Oh, I can only imagine what's going through their heads.
I can only imagine what's going through their digestive tracts.
That is seriously gotta hurt.
OK, release the dummies.
The water boy away first.
I can't get my belt undone.
And the water boy straight into that high-quality H2O.
And the cougar pouncing face first. God's gift Adam Marshall getting into the zone.
Yep, the Twilight Zone.
Here comes God's gift, but he's playing hard to get with the slippery snakes.
The cougar's claws just not getting any grip today.
The water boy living up to his nickname. Here comes the samurai. Thanks for coming.
Or arigatou gozaimasu.
Now God's gift makes his move straight over the Hulk, but he misses the platform by centimetres.
God's gift goes for gold, but proves that if you step on others to get to the top, there'll be no one to help you on the way down.
The Hulk furious, but on track to hit the wipeout zone first. Oh no!
So close, the competition is tight.
And the Hulk KOs himself right there on the mat.
So it's back to the start for the supersized budgie smuggler. Blazing saddles, Batman. Here comes the Pony Boy.
But the Cougar's pounce has finally come good. Will he spoil the Pony Boy's party again?
Oh, he's done it.
And amazingly, it's the Pony Boy. Last out of the blocks, first through to the wipeout zone.
And the Pony Boy finishes with a face plant, a flipper impersonation, and celebrates like any good cowboy with a pirouette.
What was that?
I don't know.
Back on the dizzy dummy now, God's gift uncharacteristically quiet there, and Big Jack's turned a nasty shade of green.
Jack looks like the Incredible Hulk.
We're way ahead of you on that one, Pony Boy.
Meantime, get ready for the barrel spills. The Hulk and the water boy now jostling for position. But the Hulk veers off and into the drink. The water boy next on the barrels.
And it looks to me as though we actually may be breakdancing into the water.
The samurai with a double play onto that second barrel.
And the cougar now with all the grace of an intoxicated baboon right on his tail.
Come on, boys, both jump at once, headbutt.
God's gift onto the barrels at last, but looking like his best days are behind him.
Jump onto the platform and knock him off.
Right, like anyone's going to take advice from someone who calls themselves Pony Boy.
God's gift in hot pursuit now.
Hot indeed. Lucky barrels.
Looking good, Kelly.
The samurai with so much time up his sleeve, he's flirting with our co-host.
The samurai Andrew Leese out in front and headed for the wipeout zone.
But look out for that fierce competition, just sitting there watching him do it.
Come on!
We have one happy ancient warrior right there.
Wow, to add insult to injury, he's stealing God's gift's lines.
You know it.
Speaking of God's gift, he's really not tracking too well at the moment.
Well, what we may be seeing here, James, is God's gift experiencing rejection for the very first time in his life. He's offered the barrels everything he has, and they've slammed the door in his face. It's tragic.
But I'm pushing on.
Okay, God's gift showing real guts and determination as he decides to stay in the game.
I have a feeling his 3 competitors are a little worried they may end up wearing some of that guts and determination.
Seems like they're all making it through unscathed and are once again headed for the dreaded slippery snakes.
Except for God's gift, and is to see a man about a buck.
The water boy out first with a spectacular face plant.
But look out, here comes the Hulk, and he is not fighting fair, walking all over Waterboy. God's gift up again, but he cops another knockback.
Forget it! The Hulk, Jack Hanslow, is now the third man destined for the wipeout zone. Back at the platform, and God's gift has been forced to pull out of the competition. Struck down with a serious case of dummy tummy.
Well, it seems God giveth Adam and taketh Adam away. James, I'm sure you'll agree this is terrible. Terrible news. Excuse me.
Josh, come on, mate. Remember the good times.
He beat the big balls. He touched our hearts with his love of self and love of others.
Mate, you suck!
But now, Wipeout fans, it's time to say a fond farewell to God's gift, Adam Marshall. Good night, sweet prince.
Which means it's a duel for the final position in the wipeout zone between Jeff Cougar Coombs and Waterboy John Wright. And they will battle it out over the barrel spills, which have not been kind to anyone today.
Look, James, I'm all for enjoying the many delights of the Dizzy Dummy, but the Pony Boy is delirious right now. He is finding this battle positively snort-worthy.
A big showdown about to begin, and they're off!
The Cougar smiling, believe it or not, but the Waterboy seems just a little steadier right now.
They're up onto the barrels, and the Cougar's fallen off!
Oh, and he's off! Come on, Johnny, you've got it in the bag, man, careful!
I think the Pony Boy's after your job, Josh.
Swap him for those pants.
Here comes the Cougar. And the Waterboy makes the big leap. Oh, come on, Cougar.
He seems to have lost every ounce of pounce.
Well, it's all academic now as the Waterboy John Wright moves through to the wipeout zone.
Take that!
Also through the Hulk Jack Anslow, the Samurai Andrew Leese, and the Pony Boy Jared Greenfield. And those four men will now face off in our ultimate challenge, fighting it out for 20 grand in the wipeout zone.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to crown our first Wipeout Australia champion right after this break.
Welcome back to the premiere of Wipeout Australia.
And this is what it's all about. 4 contestants all vying for our $20,000 grand prize.
But to become our first champion, they'll have to overcome each other and the wipeout zone. Firstly, our contestants launch off that big slide we call Killer Surf, bursting through dozens of balls at the bottom. Once they're out of the water, it's an uphill battle to get past these rolling barrels.
That's the barrel run, right?
Correct.
Then it's a slippery walk across the water wall over to the dreaded spinner. It's their job to land on the rotating carousel and hold on and then make the landing on the other side.
Then it's a deft walk across the rolling log and a series of leaps over the launch pads to our finish position. 4 contestants fighting for the prize. First up, it's Samurai Andrew Leese. He's with Kelly right now.
What's your strategy going into the wipeout zone?
I just go hard or go home. There's no stopping this bad boy. I'm standing on that podium. Ichiban.
The Samurai posted a lightning qualifier time before giving us wipeout of the day on the sweeper and making the Dizzy Dummy his own.
I'm going to take it home!
A star all day long, the Samurai after the 20 grand now and an impressive entrance into the Killer Surf.
Certainly worth another look, James, as the Samurai is thrown in headlong.
Now it's a bolt up the barrel run and the Samurai's at full throttle.
Ooh. James, I understand there's a Samurai code, but does he really have to bow to the barrels?
Josh, this obstacle is no picnic. He has to traverse his way across that tiny ledge as water buckets down on him from a great height.
Technique and fierce determination getting the Samurai nearer to his destination in good time.
All right, that brings him to the spinner.
This is the tricky part right now.
The Samurai leaps, and bango! He's straight into the water. That'll cost the Samurai big time as he faces a long swim back up to the ledge for his second attempt.
Jim, maybe the ancient shoguns should have used giant spinners to protect their castles.
All right, next try for the Samurai.
There's a look of fear and panic on his face at the moment.
And... oh! So close, he almost got there. The Samurai now on the spinner again. He has to stick this landing to post a competitive time.
And at last, he's made it.
The Samurai with the spinner behind him must cross the rolling log to be on the home stretch.
Steadies himself. The Samurai scampers across, and he falls like a cherry blossom.
The Samurai Andrew Leese. Across the rolling log. Yes!
He hangs on, but gets cracked like a fortune cookie. Better watch out, James, or he'll be the last Samurai.
Right now, he's just 2 launch pads away from the finish. Here he comes. And... an incredible wipeout! Back back up. He jumps again and claws his way up to the second launch pad. And at last, the Samurai Andrew Leese makes it to the finish. His time, 13 minutes and 57 seconds. Our next contender, John Wright, standing by. Let's see how the water boy got through to the final. He blazed through the qualifier, but really came into his own by taking out the sweeper and then scraped through to our top 4 on the dizzy dummy. Is the water boy ready for the wipeout zone? We're about to find out.
The balls fly, the water boy is in.
Making his way to the barrel run and just choosing to step over the barrels.
And James, this strategy may be working against him. Those barrels seem to be piling up.
Another step over. Finally he jumps, but it's heavy going early on for the water boy.
Making it over the final barrel, and now balance and concentration are going to come to the fore as he takes on the wall.
Geez, a tentative start for the water boy. And a little slip there too.
Thousands of litres of water. It's like Christmas come early for our water boy.
But now, the water boy makes it across to confront the spinner. Here he comes. Oh, and there he goes. Straight away.
Straight into the water.
Now, if I didn't know any better, James, I'd say the water boy's diving in deliberately to soak up a little more of that high-quality H2O.
Water boy John Wright, back at it. Up on his feet now. And... oh! Another missed jump as the water boy's all at sea.
Here he goes, water boy about to try again. Right back at it, looking more composed this time as he rises to his feet once more. And at last, the water boy right onto the landing and headed for that rolling log.
The water boy, slipping, sliding, right back into his natural habitat.
I don't think he'd be liking water so much anymore, though.
The water boy fighting Father Time right now. He has got to make this attempt if he hopes to beat the Samurai's time.
He's looking good. A little slip, and he's fallen again, the water boy.
And that does it. The water boy washes out. His run is done. The Samurai Andrew Leese is still our front runner for the 20 grand.
2 contestants down and only 2 to go before we decide our first champion.
Can our Speedo-wearing Hulk or the Pony Boy win a showdown with the Samurai?
We'll find out next on the premiere of Wipeout Australia. Welcome back to Wipeout Australia,
where we are just minutes away from crowning our very first champion.
In the first half of the Wipeout zone, the water boy John Wright was unable to slay Samurai Andrew Leese. Now the oldest contestant on the course, the Hulk Jack Anslow, is going all out to snatch that 20 grand. The Hulk and his Speedos got off to a slow start in the qualifier, but he showed his mettle on the sweeper and steamrolled the opposition on the dizzy dummy.
Yeah, baby! Come on!
The grandfather of 2 flies into the Wipeout zone.
No, James, I'm going to have to see that again.
Ow! The Hulk, now wearing the red Speedos on the outside of the wetsuit.
Let's hope and pray he doesn't hulk up and shred them sluggos.
And the Speedos make their way towards the wall.
Now, this may not be so easy for the big fella.
It's a very narrow ledge for such a big unit.
All right, the Hulk in the drink with a climb ahead of him.
Don't make him soggy. You wouldn't like him soggy.
Back up on the wall and one big man against the machine that's caused so much heartache today.
Here he goes. Oh! Ouch! Oh. The spinner once again creating problems as the Hulk Jack flung aside into the water.
Come on, come on!
The Hulk, Jack Anslow, back on the spinner once more. And he sticks it!
Oh, he's looking very, very tired.
And the Hulk hits the landing!
Our big green giant wreaking havoc here in the Wipeout zone.
Great time. The Hulk showing the younger competitors he's a force to be reckoned with.
The Hulk onto the rolling log, off almost straight away. The Hulk still has a very strong time, though. The Hulk up on the log once more.
Straight across.
And in a very, very strong position. The Hulk now. Safely onto the first pad. claws his way onto the second. Nearly loses his footing, talking to himself, the big Hulk. And he makes the final jump in the amazing time of 10 minutes, 13 seconds.
He's done it.
And that means a stone-cold sayonara to the valiant samurai, who is now out of the running for that $20,000.
So, our oldest competitor, the Hulk Jack Anslow, has the time to beat. And the only one with a chance to rustle away that cash is the pony boy, Jared Greenfield. Woo! Let's have a look back and see how the pony boy made it to the wipeout zone.
Yeehaw!
Pony boy did it tough on the qualifier, but was on the sweeper until the very end, and the first man to conquer the dizzy dummy and arrive at the wipeout zone. Pony boy, Jared Greenfield, hurtling down Killer Surf and making his entry to the wipeout zone face first.
Ow! A rough start indeed, but now the pony boy approaching the barrel run with the cool demeanour he has displayed all day long.
Well, this is interesting right here. The pony boy staring down the barrels. What is he doing?
Wow, this is one really confused fella.
Very unorthodox tactics, Josh. Almost a stalemate developing here. And at last, Jared makes his way up the ramp to confront the barrels head on.
Oh! Head on indeed.
The pony boy, Jared Greenfield, now traversing our very grueling water wall.
Okay, the pony boy now making progress across that wall towards the spinner. James, I think this is where some of that cowboy ballet training is going to come into play.
All right, the pony boy. Set to go.
Oh!
And again he bucks the trend. The pony boy onto the spinner on his first attempt.
That was a lucky landing.
Lucky indeed, Kelly. Now for the tricky dismount. All right, what's he waiting for?
What's he doing?
Whoa, hang on. Now I'm really confused. James, he's just deliberately left off the spinner. He's going to have to swim to the wall once again.
That is bizarre. He was nowhere near the landing. All right, he's safely on again. Have a look at the pony boy.
Let's try this again.
Look at the eyes on him. They're everywhere. He lands safely.
Held on, just held on by the skin of his teeth.
But time is getting away from pony boy Jared Greenfield. He's getting revved up for a run across the rolling log.
Keep them doggies rolling. Nope, he's in. Kelly Landry now down with the Hulk, Jack Anslow, who is anxiously awaiting his fate.
I'm getting very excited now because time is getting by.
Pony boy Greenfield back again. And he's over.
Oh, he's held on.
He still has a chance.
This is getting very close. It's tight. It's going to be down to the seconds.
At the launching pads. This is it. He's got one shot to grab 20 grand. And he's... Oh, no! Straight over the top!
It's too much and too late, which means the Hulk, Jack Anslow, has won the $20,000.
Congratulations!
Yeah, Betty! Get that up his
Well, that's it for our premiere show, and a big congratulations to the Hulk Jack Anslow, a very worthy champion. Join us next week for new contestants, new stunts, and a whole lot of new wipeouts. Until then, Australia, I'm James Brayshaw.
And I'm Josh Lawson for Kelly Landry. Good night.